Hey, what's up all? Thanks so much for tuning in. So if you have been looking for a laptop, but you don't want to spend a lot of money and having the latest and greatest is really not that big of a deal, then you may want to check out the Dell Refurbs. Now I know there's a lot of information out there as far as they're good, they're bad. You know what? It all depends on what you want to do. Now, I just picked up a new Dell Refurb, or not really, a new to me, and it's going to be fine for what I need. Now, it's a few generations back in the Intel chip, but it has a solid state drive in it, has a webcam, backlit keyboard, so I'll still be able to do some basic video editing on it and web work and things like that. It is perfect. And you know how much it cost me? About $160. Because Dell runs these constant deals all the time, and it's like 50% off whatever the lowest price is. So you're really going to be able to get a great deal. The one that I picked up is actually, it's a quad-core i5 8th generation, which is totally fine for what I need, but it has a 256, I believe, gigabyte solid state drive, as well as 16 gigabytes of RAM. This is perfect, and this is how it comes. It comes in a pretty much a box. It just says Dell on it. It looks like this, and you get the power supply, so not a lot of fancy things, and a paper card that just talks about, hey, this is what it is. Here's your warranty. Now, if you look at this, it is really clean looking. And now, all the ones that I've probably had about 5 refurbs for either myself, my wife, my kids. They all are refurbished to Dell specs by FedEx Supply Chain. I guess that's who handles it. Maybe that's where they all come from. But every single one, I've had it that way. Now, people were like, well, have you had any issues with these at all? So, yeah, 2 issues. The first one is completely weird and random. I ordered it around Christmas time, and I got it. The box was really heavy, and there was no laptop in it. There was an amplifier, like a professional amplifier in it. So I don't know what happened, whether it was at Dell or whether it happened with FedEx. I have no idea. Dell took care of it. They were very confused. I was very confused. But that was my one issue that I had from shipping and getting it. They got the other one out nice and quick. The only other issue was about 2 years after having one of these refurbs, I had one of the batteries expand on me, which just happens with some of the lithium-ion batteries from time to time with laptops. It pretty much just crapped out, and that battery just expanded. Didn't cause any smoke, damage, any fire or anything. I was able to order a new one, easily replace it. If you have some tech experience, you should be able to do the same thing. Was not a big deal. It cost me like 25, 30 bucks after 2 years. But that could happen with the new one too. So if I open this up here, I'm just gonna do that real quick. Give you an idea of what it looks like. It's a 14, I believe it's a 14.1. Now you can see right there, this has a backlit keyboard, good weight to it, nice size, perfect for what I want to do with it. What I will say is, while it is really clean, and this is not the top grade of refurb, this is, I think, one level down, maybe like B or something like that. I don't see any wear or anything on the actual machine itself, but I did see some hints of dust and maybe some dirt and stuff within the keys, but really not bad at all. I just don't care. It has an SD card reader, has USB ports. They look like USB 3 ports, a VGA on the back there, network adapter, HDMI. It really has everything that I need, and the size and the weight is perfect. Now, like I mentioned, the only other thing it comes with is really just the charger right there. But for around 160 bucks, you really can't beat it. If I went to a store to buy a new one, or even a new one through Dell, you're probably going to spend at least $300 to $1,000 depending on what you really need. So if you're looking for something, hey, I just got to check email or make website updates or something simple like that, definitely check these out. And they do run these specials often, and I'll put a link below over to Dell where I pick these up on their outlet. But you can find some really great deals and even some newer versions of those chips. So why do I choose Dell? A lot of times in the past, people were like, Dell, you know, I don't know. Well, you know what? I like them. I think they're pretty well built for just a laptop that's all put together. It does everything I need, and even these refurbs, completely perfect for everything I need. And I think they still own up to a good quality build. Now, if you're a gamer or someone that's looking for top of the line, this may not be it for it. Maybe you want to look at a different type of Dell or other types of laptops out there. But for the most part, everything is going to be perfect for this, for doing homeschool, you know, basic video editing, audio editing, website stuff, whatever it is, perfect. So some folks will ask, are they reliable? Besides that one issue I had with the battery after about 2 years and being sent some other product, which was probably not even from Dell, I have had nothing but good experiences with these refurbs and would expect the same. Now, there's always one or two that are out there that may get something wonky, but Dell is pretty good about getting things all situated and taken care of, returned or exchanged, however it is. I have not had any issues with that either. So as far as battery life goes, now this battery, I didn't really look at it, probably should have. Now this battery is probably a 4-cell battery, so it's not gonna last for tons of time, but you can always get a larger battery online, like a 6-cell. Now, same thing goes with the hard drive. So I wanted a solid state, so it's a little bit smaller hard drive. If you want a traditional laptop drive with all the spindles and everything, you can probably end up getting one that's 1 terabyte or larger for about the same price, but I wanted the highest speed possible between the RAM and the hard drive and the chipset that I was looking at. And I think that's the way to do. So I can always plug in an external USB drive if I needed to do that. Now, as far as customization goes, you're pretty limited because these systems are pretty much all set up. A lot of the times the ones out there, they probably won't have backlit keyboards or webcams. So you want to just make sure that all the options really fit. And almost none of them these days have optical drives like a CD or DVD drive. But that's pretty common with almost all laptops out now. You can still buy ones that are external if you need that, but for the most part, everything is available online. So if you're really looking for a laptop solution and want to save money but still get a great quality product, I would highly recommend checking out the Dell Refurbs. I like them and I think you'll like them too.